investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Friday, the 13th of December. We're looking at the Dow down in 11 at 43,902. Just hasn't been, it's made lower lows every single day since that high that was made at 45,073 on the 4th of December. That was a peak C, and we've been waiting for that peak D. All the others did D or more, and this is the one that failed. And yet, this is the Dow is the one that's pulling back very sharply. And for the first time since the beginning of November, the Dow 9-period moving average daily has crossed under the 14-period moving average. It's a daily signal, so I have to wait for the end of the day. But so far, this is not good. Yesterday and today were the two opportunities that in this narrow channel, I haven't drawn it in, but I'll draw it in right now. Invariably, with this kind of channel, there's just one moment where the price is just tired of going down in this narrow lower highs and lower lows, straight line move, and has a big spike, usually to the second candle on the left, the high on the left, and then you start to see whether or not there's strength, and that could be it for the low, and now it goes back to the next highest peak. We haven't seen that at all, and this is what I'm looking at. Look, I was just checking this out. Cisco, every one of the about 15 or 16 of the Dow stocks, there might be more, I haven't checked them over the last couple of days, but over the weekend I did. And look, Cisco makes a 60.23 all-time high this is on the 5th of December. The very next session has a 60.00 round number high for that bar. And here it is, trading at 58.50. I can just go through one at a time. Even, let's see, let me just check. I didn't check Walmart over the last couple. Yes, Walmart, 96.18, doji candle high. Actually, this is the one that I was looking at, and it still shows some residual strength because it did not make a round number at all. I'm just checking all the way through to today. So far today, no round number, but I'm watching it closely because it's making this dreaded H pattern. It did today, took out the left side low, but it's back above it. But I'm watching it closely because even the ones that have been very successful are starting to show a little bit of wear and tear. So let me just make it as clear as I can. I needed to see how we ended this week, Friday the 13th. Not that I couldn't care about the date, the 13th. I happen to be born on the 13th, so it's a very lucky day for me. But that's just not the issue. The issue here is I wanted to see mid-December. Do we continue to see the Dow pull back? But now I can see that it's becoming much clearer that those stocks that are in this uptrend that are still the favored stocks is becoming fewer and fewer. But that's where you have to be if you want to trade this phase of the market. This, I don't want to call it the end phase, just it's in on a daily, not the weekly charts. I'm not talking about the monthly. They're still all of them very good. I'm just talking about the shorter term. It seems to me that we've got this rolling correction. You've got the Dow and the IWM Russell 2000, lower low today, down $1.13 at 233.54. And that's just saying to me, and the weekly chart is still strong, even though the two ugly candles so far from the all-time high of 244.98. But here's the potential for a double top, 244.46, November of 2021, down to 161 in October 2023. Whoosh, in a shorter time frame, goes back up. And what does it do? It stalls at 244.98, less than $1, 50-something cents away from that all-time high. And now it's pulling me. That becomes the potential for a double top. I'm thinking cup. This is a huge cup right here, and a handle perhaps formation, and then later on we try for higher highs. Get rid of this overbought situation. But that's what I'm talking about in the cyclicality. Look, the IAI, the broker-dealer ETF, all-time high around about the end of November at 154.38. Kind of stalling, making lower lows and lower highs, but still holding very well in the weekly chart. And that to me is really important, because if the iShares broker-dealer ETF really starts to tank, that's saying to me, now you've got to watch out. And let's go to Robinhood, doing very nicely over the last few days. Made not an all-time high. That was at 85 round number on the 8th on August of 2021, down to the low of $6.81 in June of 2022, and it's had a really strong move up in this leg E in the monthly chart, going to a potential peak C today in the weekly chart, and a peak E in the daily at 42.76 on the 5th. And so far, that's still holding well. But I think that's also tied to the Bitcoin. So we've been long since the low that was made in August, and we're long from 16. Here it is at 39.99. But look at this, the Bitcoin holding really well. When Bitcoin starts to, I'm not going to say tank, when it starts to have lower lows and lower highs, and it takes out, we don't know where the top is, right? I don't know if the top is right here at 105,325. We just don't know. Here it is at 101,845. So it's holding very well. It is a leg D, maybe a peak D in the weekly chart, leg D in the monthly chart. But what I'd said is that 9-period moving average has held so well, it's really a support level. That 14-period moving average, the black line, is really your, this is the trampoline low, but the green line, the 9-period moving average, is your springboard. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying there's still internal strength, and that's why I think Robinhood is holding so well. I should also mention we are still long our Bitcoin from a few weeks ago. It's done very nicely. Now, this is going to be the issue. We're rotating through the different sectors. And if you go, I haven't finished the overview. And let me just do this one more time so that I make sure that people say sometimes I forget that I've done it in the update, and then I don't always finish that same overview in my Show the Tiger Technicians Hour. So here we go. So the Dow down 4. The S&P up 15. Holding very nicely so far. No signs yet of a pullback, because it's above the 9. The 9's well above the 14. MACD's negative. Relative strength is a little negative. The stochastic still at 80%. That's good. And the unbalanced volumes just pulled back after being a bit overbought from the high of 6,099.97 about 6 sessions ago. Now let's go to the QQQ. Helped, of course, by just a handful, even fewer and fewer stocks. There it is. I'm calling this a leg F in the daily chart. It could even be an instant. It could even be an instant restart, because within 3 bars after peak D, you've gone to a higher high. So let me just put this in right now. I always circle it just because that's the cue to say to me, don't forget it. So we've got a break coming up. The Dow's now down 33. S&P's up 12. I'm getting much more cautious, and we will start probably to take some short positions again very soon.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. So let's just get back to that. I was looking at, so some questions. This is Technical Friday, so let me just do this. SRE, Basil, so Zip wants to know SRE. Yeah, this is really amazing. SRE is Sempra Energy Electrification and Decarbonization Network. Peak C, a leg C in the monthly chart, beautiful cup formation. There's a Chapman Wave. I forgot to type this in. This is a Chapman Wave cup and ladle breakout pattern that goes in C and should still go to a D, and it did a very sharp breakout. The monthly chart, the weekly chart is gone. I've called this a peak F, but it could be an alternate count, but I'm calling it F for now. And this is what was interesting. It also, like the Dow, went to a peak C. It didn't go to a D, and made a high of 95.77 on the 24th of November. And then I was looking for round numbers when I typed this in the other day, and there was nothing. And just like the Dow, I thought, look, MACD's turned down, stochastic was over. It was like 93% or something. Now the stochastic is 8%. And look at the pullback. And there was a big pop-up today. It's up $1.13, up 1.2% at 89.06. This is the channel that I was talking about in the Dow, that I was anticipating that if there was going to be a move, it really had to start immediately, because this is the channel that you want to break out of. And this one did. But the 9-period moving average is still very weak. You know, I'm just going to say to you, Zip, I would not do anything. This is in the right area, Sempra Energy, Electrification, Decarbonization Network. The 9-period moving average is still holding well. This is one of those where you want to get some dividend, you want to hold it, and until it breaks down, until the weeklies already goes, so that'll be too much. But I'm just saying, if the weekly, to get that 9-period moving average to go negative, you'd have to see it at about 83.50 or lower. So it's really holding very well right now. I don't want to tell you to do anything. I like it. I am going to tell you that on a very short-term basis, if it closes under 86, be prepared that it could pull back a little bit more. But the weekly chart is saying there is a lot more internal buying than selling at this particular point, and the monthly chart is still very strong. So that's what I'm looking at. What would I do at this particular point? If you're along a little closer to where it is now, if you're along from the 70s, I'd say I wouldn't do anything. But if you're along from, say, 82 or 83, then definitely right here, I'd say nice little pop up. Take a little bit off as money management, and you want to put that back if it pulls back just a little bit, and then starts to make higher highs and higher lows. But just for money management, I'd say right now you could take a little bit off if you are in closer to the price that it's at. But if you're much lower down, this is just part and parcel of these stocks that have, especially in the energy area, that have been quite successful. Next one was McDonald's. Ella wants to know, so MCD, look at this. This is really interesting. I was looking when I did my Dow study over the weekend, or Monday, I think it was. I was looking for round numbers. There was a round number 31. Sorry, not 31. There was a 312 before it made the 317.18 high on the 17th of October. That was an island reversal, and then it gapped out, huge gap from about 314 low to maybe the I'll tell you right now, 302.50 or something, 301.60 high. So that we've got into it, but it can't hold it. So McDonald's is, and it's in a peak C in the weekly chart. McDonald's is one of those that I looked at this very closely, and I'm going to actually do this now. You see the high that was made, the weekly chart of the 30th of August at 292.21, and the very next week, 92.21, it went to, I thought I was going to use that, and then I didn't. It's made a peak D in the weekly chart. I was going to come back to that on the other day to check it out, and I went on to others, and then I completely forgot about it. That's why I immediately went to it now. Yeah, this has made a peak D in the weekly chart, and leg F/A in the F is very, says, be careful. A says, are you kidding? Every single pullback you want to buy, but I'm just leaving it right now for the monthly chart. But in the meantime, what I am looking at is the weekly chart is holding, the 9-period moving average is holding well. I would put this in the category of, in this particular phase right now, the food sector in the restaurant, especially the restaurant business, where you've got, I'm not sure how much leeway they have in pricing McDonald's, but they probably do have some pricing. And if that's the case, I think that unless it takes out it's at 297 right now. If it closes under 293, I'd be careful. But right now it's holding quite well. And if it's able next week, no matter what happens in the general market next week, if it's able to get to 297, is where it's at right now. So if it's able to get to, now it needs to get to the 301 area, that's exactly what you wanted to see. Now, is it a short? I don't think it's in the category of shorting right now, just not the way it's holding. If it pulls back under 293, I say, okay, that's a problem. Then it's going to go to the 285, 200-period exponential moving average. So I hope that helps you. As it says right now, you didn't say whether you're long or short. You just wanted to know an analysis. My question always is, would I buy or would I sell? And right now, I do nothing because it's right in the middle of a range. Okay, now I need to get back to the charts. So SMHs right now, as I said, look at this. Gap up. That's because of Broadcom. AVGO is a symbol. Big spike to the upside. But look at that. Look at the weekly chart. It's just stuck in this range. It's not breaking down. It's not breaking up. Every time it's about to break down, something comes out for good news. Every time it's about to break to the upside, there's a little bit of bad news somewhere. So the monthly chart says it all. It's in the middle of a big rectangle. Let me just make the rectangle right there. Okay, now let's get back to our story. So the big question is, and a number of people have just put in questions, I see either YouTube or in the den, about gold. Paul says PE ratios mean nothing today. Paul, I think you're correct right at this particular moment because stocks that with extremely high PEs are actually rallying. Not all. And I'm watching this and I'm saying, if I filter this out, it's becoming so selective, fewer and fewer stocks are making highs. So that puts me into the category of not being as positive as I had been going into November, where I started to say this is becoming very selective, and I'm thinking that there's going to be a rotational correction, and that's kind of the area. So when you get to look at GE is finally having a bit of a bounce after a bit of a bounce up $1.53 at 166 after making its round number high with a double top, a peak C1, C2 at 194.80. And it gapped down and hasn't even filled the gap since then. And I did have a look for round numbers, and I didn't see them. That's very interesting because it was going to all-time highs. And look at that tiny doji candle back there. So, okay, I'll be back in a moment. Basil, Chapman, Tiger Conditions Hour. Dow's down 13. S&P only up 5 now.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, folks, we're back. So a question came up about, where did I go? Let me just do this again. SRE. So let me finish this one first. SRE, Sempra Energy. So I discussed that, and this little pop-up here is really important. If it's able to get from 89.34 where it is right now, any time between Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, so I'm giving it until midweek next week, to tag. I would prefer for close, but if it can tag 90.05, the 14-period exponential moving average, what it says is it taps it on the shoulder and says, hey, I'm back. I'm going to try to overcome you, but you be my repellent line. So that'll be really important, and that'll be a change, because then finally you can say, okay, now I know that if it closes under the low of Wednesday, which was at 87.10, then it could start to go low. But right now, this is exactly the moment that it should start to at least show something, because the stochastic's already at 8% and turning up with the on-balance volume. The histogram of the MACD is just slowly improving, but not very, very slowly. The retro strength has begun to improve. So that's what you want to see. So the next question came in was, let me go back to McDonald's just for a moment. McDonald's, up $1.21. I think this is now kind of in the defensive area just for the moment. So that's why I said that it's holding well. It needs to get over the 300 level. And I would say very soon, it needs by Tuesday or Wednesday to be trading over 300, because if it starts to slip under 293, that's a problem. Next thing is, question came in. Yes, in the den, some people played a really beautiful trade, WKEY. This is WiseKey. I just find it so hard to read. The gray background. Workday. What am I looking at here? I should know this because I've followed it for so long. It's not whiskey. WiseKey. WiseKey International Holdings, SA, ADR. Trading right now up a little bit, only up 85%, up 280 at $6.09. This was, I can't remember, there was a whole story attached to this. I don't remember the story right now. WiseKey Holdings. There's WiseKey International Holdings. Should be whiskey. Look at that. Huge move up. I'm not sure what the story is, but as it stands right now, this is just in 2 days. It's gone from 224 to 6. It's almost a triple. That's incredible action. So what in a story, I don't know what the story is. It depends on the story. If this is just a kind of a rumor or something, that's one thing. But if there's something substantial, then you should expect that 520 to 480 should be very strong support on any pullback. If it goes below that next week, I've got this as a leg C, but in this case, anything can happen. Okay, that's that one. I need to get back to our story. Basil, can you look at defense? Okay, let's just do that now because it's Technical Friday. Oh, gosh, once again, I wrote a whole bunch of things that I won't be able to go through if I run out of time. LMT is Lockheed Martin. Look at this, lower lows. This is really bullish for the geopolitical situation with Lockheed Martin dropping so sharply from this is now in a sell mode in the weekly chart. Wow. It had a doji candle before the gap down. 574 was a round number after it made the high. So let me just see where there's the silent doji that we look for in the Chapman methodology the day before a major turn. If there's a doji candle in a screening, you won't find it because you actually have to program that in. That's very hard. But the day before turnaround, look, tiny doji candle, another doji candle at the all-time high of 618.95. The round number came in after that. So this is Lockheed Martin trading right now at 496. Let's go to Raytheon RTX. Raytheon is trading off its not as bad as the others because this actually has a different kind of a defense system that is really important. I think they keep getting contracts. 128.70 October the 22nd. and I did look for round numbers. It just missed it by a penny, 127.99 open. That doesn't count. It has to be a round number. Okay, and I just didn't see. I'm not going to look for it right now, but it's gone from 128 down to 116 right now. Was it GD, the next one that you want to look at? Oh, you don't have GD. I'm going to put GD in because General Dynamics is really important. Going from most recent high just 5 weeks ago, tootling along. That was the high right there. Doji candle. Got to watch those doji candles. 316.90. I saw a round number. I'm sure. Yes, the day before. 315 high. And the next day goes slightly higher. And where is it now? 263. Boy, those round numbers. So just let me do this while I'm thinking about it. Let me look at my notes here. I saw a couple of other round numbers that were quite important. Look at this, Uber. Uber makes a round number. Uber Tech, UBER, trading right now at 60.92, down 49 cents. The day it made its all-time high, 87.00, a round number high with an 82 round number open on the 11th of October. Where's it trading now? Oh, it's just 270 points lower. Those round numbers are amazing, especially with the doji candle. The next one I want you, T-Muz. This is one that I've always missed. I just kind of forget about it. This is T-Mobile. An unbelievable, look at this beautiful chart. Up, 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 higher highs, higher lows. Look at the weekly chart. Look at the monthly chart. Just a vertical move straight up to where? To its high of 248.15. Why did I put this in the notes last night? Oh, I wrote it down. Monthly. Monthly. Of course, I won't remember. Oh, monthly, because there's a chance that in December it makes, in the weekly chart, it's made, or I call it a Chapman wave 2-bar reversal. And what that is, within 2 bars, it goes to a high. I usually like a high and then a fractional low that you can barely see, rather than a fractional low the day before and then a fractional high. I mean, a lower high from the next day, which makes a slightly higher high. They work the same, but the one I really like is when you go from 248.15 to 247.82. You can barely see it, right? So that's a peak D. So that just says to me, even in this area of the telecommunications, you're starting to see some slippage. I'll be back in a moment. I also want to say that in this next phase coming up, I think we're going to see the fundamentals come back into fashion, and the low price stocks. You're going to start seeing some buying in the lower price stocks. I'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So a question I had is, could I look at the ITA, which is the iShares of the Aerospace and Defense ETF? You know, I hunted and hunted for it. I used to have it all notated because I had ITA and PPA. PPA is the one that I've stuck with for decades. That's the one I've followed the most, for a long time. And that is the Invesco Aerospace and Defense ETF, making a leg D in the monthly chart, made a peak F in the weekly chart, made a peak F in the daily chart, and now it's pulled back and it's making the dreaded H pattern. So if it takes out the low that was made at 116.80 on the 18th of November, be careful, because it could quite easily visit the 113.61 low that was made on the 31st of October. I see very limited upside just at this particular time. Now, Boeing has been a really big part of it, and Boeing is right here making a leg E just under the 200-period moving average. Now, the reason why I didn't actually go, even though there was 160 open the other day, and then it went to the 169.90 level, I've liked the chart of Boeing over the last week or so, because I think a huge amount of the bad news is really out there. Now they've had to really work hard to try to straighten up, but you can't change bad habits and you can't change bad decisions that were made earlier, and that's what makes me a little nervous about Boeing, because at any point you could get another recall on the bad decisions and bad equipment that they used. So that just says to me, maybe just watch it, and if it gets away, it gets away. I have to make a decision. I'll make it in the next week or two about whether this should even be included in my thinking of going long at any point. Boeing, I do think a chunk is out. I mean, morally, I wouldn't even want to touch this. I think it's horrible what happened before, and it was all because of 2 reasons. One is greed, and the other is economic reasons. They kind of go together, don't they? And that kind of puts me off. But a chart is a chart, and we got to watch it. So I'm very cautious. Question came in, Basil, I thought IWM was supposed to be a critical part of being the beneficiary of a rotation market. Wow, it went to an all-time high. I mean, it certainly did. No, it hasn't broken that and started a whole new move to the upside. But I do believe that in the rotation that's going on, it will be back in favor. At this point, we're still long. I'm thinking of raising a stop so that if it takes out a certain level, I don't really want to be in it, but can always get back in. We've had nice positions in it. I don't want to mess around. I mean, there's money we're playing with, and what has been, and it did make an E at the top, unlike the Dow, and it's pulled back just like you would expect at this V-shaped pattern. But this is treated one step at a time. So with that said, another question came in about BRK.B. Yes, another reason why I'm getting a little cautious, because, look, Berkshire Hathaway is the United States market. It's in everything, insurance, oil, you name it. Berkshire Hathaway's there. It makes an all-time high of 491.67 on the 27th of November. But what happened that day? It made a 481 round number open. And where is it trading today? 458. So I anticipate that Berkshire Hathaway is in a digestive phase. I've got it as a leg E in the monthly chart, but that's not the issue because the technicals are still very strong. Look at that beautiful long uptrend. It went above the Chapman inside track repellent zone, became a propellant zone, and now it's coming right back in. So I do think that this candle right here, the week of the 8th of November with a low of 437.90, I think there's a really good chance that if on a weekly basis there's a close under 453, it's going to visit that low candle right there. Upside I can see bounces, but I think that the trend now is really a chunk of the Dow moved from the 491 level to 458 has been done. How it handles the next, there's a gap. It's into the gap. So the gap is that gap with a high on the 6 of a low that is of 459.48, and the day before is tootling along at 445.23. And look, it's just got into the gap. I don't know if the full gap will be filled, but it's into the gap, so there's no real support right there. So, okay, got that out the way. Another couple of questions came in. So did Berkshire, did that. Let me go back to my notes. DE, so this is in the agricultural area. This is Deere and Company tractors, makes an all-time high. Well, 450 was the round number high in July of this year. Then it pulls back and it screams back. It pulls back all the way to 340 and then screams back to the high that was made on the 25th of November of 469.39. It just so happens that it has an open of 448, pulls back, has a round number 446 open, 3 sessions later, doesn't take out the high of 446.70. I better type that in. And where is it now? 438. So you can see, so the question came in, so are round numbers now more important than peaks? No. You have to put the whole thing together. I mean, I told you that you can, when I talk about the 914 being my indicator of last resort, I've got it. You remember, nobody remembers Sears and Roebuck anymore, but 100 years ago, Sears and Roebuck was like Amazon, except it was in, they had this big book that it would send out and you'd order from them. And I called it my huge Sears and Roebuck toolbox of techniques. Who have you ever heard people talking about round numbers the way I do? And I've been in this for decades. Hardly, people might mention it, but I use it as a tool. Look at this. 446.70 was the all-time high in Deere and Company. DE is the symbol, and it's trading right now. It has a high of 446.70 the same day. And wait, did I do something wrong? 460 I should have put it. Is that right? Yeah, 468. Sorry, not 446. I was going to say, how can it have a round number open higher than, oops, there we are. All right, so I'll change it later. I don't want to run out of time. So now what we're looking at is within the context of all the different sectors, all the different round numbers. I didn't even finish this the other day. I was talking about it. Look, S&P, this is the low volatility fund, made a peak at 75.14, a peak F, way back in October, and it's trading right now at 71. This is the S&P 500 Low Volatility Fund, the RSP, which is, here we go. This is the RSP's the equal weight, made its high on the 31st, I think, of October, that area, at 100, and on the 29th of November at 188.16. It's trading at 181 right now. So things have changed. I needed to see if there was any chance that there was a big spike in the Dow yesterday or today. No, the Dow's down 57. I don't like what I see right now, and we will do something appropriate. And I'm just saying, be real careful. I'll be back for the final segment, and in that period, I'll be looking at the volatility index.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi, folks. So let me just do this quickly. The VIX index. The VIX index is only it's down a penny at 13.91. Just make it as clear as possible. Anytime in the next week, if the volatility index starts to trade for about 90 minutes or more above, I would say it was 16.26 is the 200-period exponential moving average. The clue will come if it goes into the 15s with the Dow down maybe 320 points, S&P down 48 points or more, and that situation holds. And then the VIX starts to move higher and it goes into the 16s. That's just a warning to say, okay, now we've got the recognition by the people who get very nervous or people who have bought insurance that something's happening, and we might see a further spill off after that. But this rotation is really important. The fact that we've gone through different sectors, and I do believe that the Russell 2000 will find its day again. But right now it's been weak enough to say, okay, it's out of favor, and that out of favor can last a little bit longer. So I'm just saying, because a number of people said, what about the IWM, the Russell 2000? Look at the IWC. The IWC made a peak D and then a peak E in the daily chart. Unlike the this is the microcaps. Unlike the IWM, it did not go to its all-time high, that triple top up in the 159, 160 area. And in fact, it started to pull back. So that's what I'm saying. Each one has its turn, and I would not be surprised if the stocks, and this is what we're going to be looking at for subscribe. Oh, don't forget, the Tiger sale is going on right now. What fantastic time to get bargains. If you get my newsletter, you also get a whole slew of webinars that I've given on these deals. Here's the rectangle technique that I use, and look how we've gone to a lower low in the IWC. So I'm saying, be careful here. I'm not saying this is the major top. I'm saying that it's serious enough that we're rotating through stocks that are really failing. You've got to be careful. Be careful. We've been raising cash for about 2 weeks. Have a great day. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday.